Hi everyone, welcome back to Hari's BI. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a scenario planner in Power BI with the help of Whatif parameters. Let's get started. Okay, here I have a simple table with a list of products and the price. Now consider you want to create a discount, right? So you want to allow users to choose the discount value based on whatever is selected. We want to show the price with after discounted value. Right. So to achieve that, let's start with a simple Whatif parameter. To create a Whatif parameter, go to modeling and you will see new parameter. So initially this was called Whatif parameters. After adding this field parameter, Microsoft Power BI team has changed this name into new parameters. Under new parameter, you will see numeric range. So numeric range is nothing but Whatif parameter. So you can choose numeric range and give the name of the parameter. And here data type is let's take a decimal because we want to handle these values with percentage. Okay, here I set minimum as 0, maximum as 1 and increment is 10%. And the default it can be 0%. Right? So I don't want to give any discount. If that is the case, the default value is 0%. Click create. So once you click create, it will create a slider or a slicer here. And here you can change the value into percentage. So we created with the decimal, you can see decimal number. Now we can change it to a percentage. So after changing this to a percentage, you will see this is showing as a percentage 0 to 100, and I don't want decimal places, I can say 0. So it will be like starting from 0 to 10, 20, the increment is 10%, so you will be reaching 100%. Now we got this discount slider, the Whatif parameter. So if you slide this, if you add any discount value, right, 10%, 20%, the price still remains same because we have not used this discount parameter on our price measure. To achieve that, we have to create a measure. So that measure should handle this value multiply by this discount, so that we will have a discounted price. Okay, here I have created a measure already with this discount. So let's try with static value, then I will explain how you can use this parameter. So now we are taking this sales multiply by 10%. So 10% means 0.1, and then this is the discounted value. And then we are doing a minus against the original price, so minus discount. So now let's take this into the table. Okay, so this is the discounted price. Now so this is by default 10%. Right, now we have created a Whatif parameter. So if user wants to change from 10 to 30 or 30 to 50, right, so we have to use this Whatif parameter on the measure, so that this will be dynamic. As of now it is static. To change it dynamic, so this is the place where you need to convert this static value into a dynamic parameter that we created. So search for type for whatever we created. So we named this Whatif parameter table as discount. So this is the value that we need. So basically whenever you create a new Whatif parameter, that will create a new table. Let me quickly show you that. So this is the Whatif parameter that we created. So the series is 0 to 1 and increment is 0.1, and then the value is percentage, right? And this measure will be automatically created. So this will have the selected value of discount. So discount is nothing but a Whatif parameter, and discount is the value. And if the selected value is something like for example 50%, that will be displayed. If there is no selected value, then it will be considered as 0. Right, now we have selected 50. Right, now if I go to this measure, so search for a price, you can see now we are taking this value whatever we have selected on the slider. So if I change this value, you can see this value will be changing. You can see now, let's say we are giving a 70% discount. So after discount, so this is the final price. So here we have just only one Whatif parameter, the slider, right? So whatever you are changing, that will be changed across all the values of each product. So let's take a scenario. Now you have only 3 products. But consider a scenario where we want to set a discount value or a discount price for each product, right? So let's say this can be 10 percentage if user wants to get 20 percentage for this, and again 50 percentage for this. So if you want to give that kind of a flexibility to the users to play around specific value for each product, you need to create multiple what if parameters. Let's say you have only 3, right? Then you have to go with 3 what if parameters, and each value should be tagged to each parameter. If you have 10, right, then you have to create 10 different what if parameters. So that will work when you have only the static number of products. Let's say brakes, caps and chains is always going to be static. I'm not going to get any new product, right? Even if I get a new product, I'm not going to display that product, right? When you have that kind of a scenario, if you have only the static list of products, let's say 5, 10, 15, and the values of the products are going to be remain same, then you can go with this scenario. So based on the number of products, you can create different what if parameters. So now I have created 2 parameters already, brakes and caps. Let's try to create one more parameter. So here I've just set default as a 10% and here it is 0%. So now we have created this parameter, right? So let's create our new measure. Percentage discount equal to switch and name, right? So that's all. Now we have created a measure, percentage discount. So let's try to add that measure here. And this should be a dollar amount, and this is 0. Now if you see here, chains, we don't have a discount percentage, it is 0, so that's the reason it is same value. But if you take caps and brakes, we have 10% discount, so that's the reason the value got reduced to 10%. So now I can slice and dice specific values, specific discount, so then it will be changing. So let's go to the next level. Next level is about again advanced level with what if parameters. So I have a scenario planner, right? If you see, I have factors like F1, F2, F3 and other percentage, and the original value of factor is let's say for example 68, 18, 10, 4. So now let's take a scenario. Business user is want to increase one of the factor for their product, right? So when they increase one of the factor and they want to still maintain the other factor percentage, how that can be impacted their product. So if they want to do those kind of a scenario planning, so you can create again 4 different what if parameters, because I have 4 different factors, F1, F2, F3 and other. So to match that, I have created 4 different what if parameters, and here you can see it is numbers are like 0 to 20, but you can define like what should be the number range or a percentage range. So you can define it here for each what if parameter, right? And let's take a scenario now. F1 percentage, the factor percentage is 68%. I want to add 2%. Let's say I'm just adding here, and before that, if you see here, it says 68% for F1, F2 is 18%, F3 is 10%, and rest all is 4%. So if you sum up all of this, it will give you 100%. Right now, I am trying to increase this into 2%, additional 2%, which means 68 plus 2, it will be 70%. So now we have increased. So F1 factor value is 70. So now this got increased, right? So we still need to maintain the 100%, which means rest all percentage should be reduced based on how much value that got added up on one of the factor value, right? So this got added 70. So which means this so we have added 2. So the logic is that 2 should be divided by 3, and same should be subtracted from the main value, the original value. So that's what we did here. You can see F2 is F2 should be 17.3 and F3 is 9.3 and other percentage is 3.3. So if you see the overall updated value, still it is 100. So if they want to increase F3 at 3%, so F3 now it was like 10%, now we have increased into 13%, and we also increased F2 from 68 to 70. So there are two selections made. So when we are changing two selections, so those two selections are going to be same. When I say same, 68 plus 2 70 and 10 plus 3 13, and we have to make sure whatever is added up should be subtracted from the other rest of the factors. So that's what we did. So total change is 5. So 2 plus 3 5, and 5 divided by 2, because there are other two factors. So we will get a value. That value will be subtracted from other factors. So if you see the overall updated value, it is still 100. So again, user can change anything from others from 4 to again plus 4 8. So now you can see there are three factor changes. F2 is not changed. Then you can see whatever has been added up, it is subtracted on the F2 percentage, and still the updated value is 100. To achieve that, as I said, I have created these different Whatif parameters, and I have created multiple measures. So let me walk through those measures quickly, so that you can easily reproduce the same in case if you have these kind of scenarios. Right, the first parameter is F1 changed. So this is something like I'm capturing if this F1 Whatif parameter is changed or not. Right, so I'm just capturing what is the selected value. If the selected value is greater than 0, I'm just marking that as 1, else 0. So I'm trying to do the same for all of the other Whatif parameters. So just to make sure if any value is changed, let's say this value is changed, I'm going to print the is F1 changed as 1, and same goes for F2, F3 and other. Okay, next step, I have created a split measure. So this is where all the complex logics, the calculations that I have explained is added. So here we are taking those measures, right? Let me try to make it 0, then I'll explain from the beginning how these measures are working, right? So ignore this. So now, as of now, it is 0. Let's try to increase only F1 to 2%. So now, if you see, this will print 1 and rest all will print 0, because there is no change, or the values of F2, F3 and other percentages are not greater than 0. So which means this will be printing 1 and rest all. Just to show you, maybe I'll drag and drop this. So this is you can see this is 1, and if I print this will become 0. So that's how we have captured this set of measures. And the next measure is split. So this is where we are capturing whatever is created earlier. So underscore change is capturing is F1 changed, F2 changed, F3 changed and other changed. So if you see, the sum of all of these values now 1, because this will be printing 1, rest all will be printing 0. So that's what we have seen now. Let me quickly add below. Right, the next variable is total number, because we have only 4 static factors. So that's a number we have to specify here. In case if you are trying to handle 5 factors or anything other than 4 factors, that number should be added. And is changed is something 4 minus the total number of factors minus how much got changed, right? So here the value is 1, so 4 minus 1, it is 3. And let's take this value, what is selected. So total change is something like the selected value, which is 2, and selected value 0, and here 0 and here 0. So this total change will be 2. So that's what we have added here 2. And then now we are trying to find the difference. The split variable is going to be like total change, which is whatever we changed, which is total 2 value, divided by is changed. Is changed is nothing but 3, right? So which means 2 divided by 3. So that's a value will be added on other factors. And if you see the next set of measure, okay, now let's see the new percentage value for each of these factor. So first we are checking whether the value got changed or not for these factors. If it is not changed, we are just taking that value, that factor value alone, and we are trying to do a split. So whatever we saw earlier, that split will be subtracted. If the value got changed, right, so we'll be adding that value with the original value. So original value here 68, and selected value is which is 2. So 68 plus 2, it is 70 for this particular factor. So that's how I've created changed value or updated value for each factor, so based on this condition. And finally there will be a final measure, so that will be holding like a switch statement. If it is a factor value and f1, then we are just taking these measures. F2 means new F2, F3 new F3 and other. So that's how I have achieved this scenario planner. Now they can change it, and based on that all the value will be updated, and still they will be getting 100%. What do you think of this Whatif parameter? Please share your comment. I hope you like this video.